Here's the truth that's going to flip your world upside down. Women are not attracted to the man who chases after them. They crave the man who makes them chase him. It's the guy who commands attention without begging for it, who stands tall, solid, and unshaken, that gets the respect and desire. As soon as you start chasing her, you lower your value in her eyes, and that's when the attraction fades. But when you stop playing her game and make her realize you're not here to chase her, suddenly she's the one coming after you. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn the tables and reclaim the power. Get ready to make her fight for her place in your life. We've all been brainwashed by the same myth, that love is a numbers game, that the more you do for her, the more she'll fall for you. But here's the reality. When you give too much too soon, you become disposable. How many times have you seen a guy go all out? Endless texting, over-the-top gifts, non-stop attention, and still get ghosted or ignored? It's because value comes from rarity. And when you're constantly available, you become less valuable. Ask yourself, when was the last time something of real worth was handed to you? Exactly. The chase is what makes things valuable. When you pull back, you become a challenge, a rare prize, and that's when she starts to see you in a whole new light. It's time to change the game and flip the script. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to making her chase you. Number 1. Understanding why she pulled back. Before we dive into the game-changing strategies, let's first get one thing straight. You need to understand exactly why she's pulling back. Trust me, this is no accident. Women don't just randomly detach from a guy, they do it for a reason, and it's rooted in one thing: power dynamics. The moment a woman feels like she holds too much control, the attraction starts to fade. This isn't some deliberate choice on her part. It's human instinct. If she senses that you're completely at her mercy, she'll get bored. And when boredom hits, she starts looking for excitement elsewhere. Here's the harsh truth. People don't value what they get too easily. And relationships, they're no exception. If you've been overly available, constantly texting, trying to please her at every turn, guess what? You've already started to lose her respect. Think about it. When you're always the guy who picks up the phone first, who drops everything for her every time she calls, she begins to take you for granted. It's not because she's a bad person. It's simply because when something is always there, it stops being special. Now, let me tell you something crucial. Women are always testing men, and a lot of the time, they don't even realize they're doing it. This testing often takes the form of pulling back, going cold, or just becoming distant. It's her way of checking, how much control do I have over him? When you chase her, flood her inbox, or try to fix the situation, you're essentially handing her the reins. You're signaling that she's the one who gets to call the shots in the relationship. And that's when the attraction vanishes. Maybe you've been seeing her for a while now, and she starts taking longer to respond to your texts. At first, it's easy to brush off, but after a while, you can feel it. She's pulling away. Your instinct is probably telling you to make a move. Send a thoughtful message. Maybe even do something nice to win her back. But hold up. This is exactly where most guys make the mistake. The moment you give in to that urge to chase her, you lose ground. The real solution isn't about throwing more effort into winning her back. It's about resetting the entire power dynamic. Once you understand this, You'll see why flipping the script is the ultimate game changer. Number 2, emotional detachment. Now that you've cracked the code on why she's pulling back, it's time to unleash the single most powerful weapon in your relationship arsenal: emotional detachment. Sounds simple, right? But trust me, this strategy is a game changer. When you emotionally detach, you create that crucial space that will make her realize what she's been missing. The moment you stop giving so much of yourself away, she'll start giving more of hers to you. This isn't about playing mind games. This is about reclaiming your power and demanding respect without uttering a single word. Here's the kicker. Most guys make the mistake of thinking that pulling back emotionally will push her away for good. But here's the paradox that'll flip your entire mindset. When you stop over-investing, when you stop caring about every tiny detail of her day and stop begging for her attention or validation, you instantly become more attractive. Ever chased something you couldn't quite have? Whether it was that job, a coveted opportunity, or even someone's attention, remember that feeling of wanting it more just because it was out of reach. That's exactly what happens when you pull back emotionally. You turn into a mystery she can't resist. Here's where most guys get it wrong. They panic when she pulls away and starts sending texts, calling nonstop, or stalking her social media. Don't fall into that trap. You need to act like you don't care at all. No texts, no calls, no checking up on her social media. You become a shadow. Why? Because your silence sends a stronger message than any words could. As soon as she feels your absence, her mind starts racing. Is he seeing someone else? Has he moved on? Did I screw this up? That's when she starts to doubt herself and wonder if she made a mistake. And that's when the tables really start to turn. In today's hyper-connected world, it's almost impossible not to know what someone is up to. But this is where emotional detachment becomes so powerful. When you stop reacting to her posts, stop liking her pictures, and stop engaging with her every move, she feels your absence. And it hits her harder than you can imagine. You become the one thing she can't get enough of: a mystery. Number 3, avoiding common mistakes. Here's where most guys completely sabotage their chances. They panic. They don't hear from her for a bit, and suddenly they're doing everything they can to get her attention. They send a check-in text. They like her latest Instagram post. They start asking their mutual friends about her. These moves might seem harmless, but trust me, each one of them is a dagger to your chances of getting her back. Why? Because most guys can't handle the silence. They think just one text won't hurt, right? But here's the brutal truth. That one text is all it takes to ruin your progress. When you reach out, you've just shown her you're still thinking about her, that you're still emotionally invested, and more importantly, that she still holds all the power. Once she feels in control, you've lost the game. Let's break it down. She posts a picture of herself looking absolutely stunning, maybe even a little daring. Your first instinct might be to drop a like, maybe send her a compliment in the comments, or even slide into her DMs. But here's the trap. That's exactly what she's hoping you'll do. She's fishing for validation, and by engaging, you're giving her exactly what she wants, without her having to work for it. When you comment or like her photo, you're showing her that you're still hooked, still craving her approval. Worst of all, when you give her this validation, she doesn't have to do anything to earn it. She gets to feel wanted, desired, and in control, all while you're left giving her the attention she's no longer working for. This is where emotional detachment truly separates the men from the boys. You need to resist the urge to like, comment, or message her. Don't do it. Let her wonder why you haven't noticed her latest post. Let her start missing your attention. The moment you stop chasing her, you flip the script, and that's when she starts to feel the loss. And that's when the power dynamic starts to shift in your favor. Number 4, the power of no contact. Now we're about to dive into one of the most powerful strategies you can use, the no contact rule. This is where you go completely radio silent. No texts, no calls, no checking in, nothing. You vanish from her life entirely, and this is the game changer that will flip everything in her mind. The no contact rule is psychological warfare at its finest. Women are used to men who can't stand the silence, who are desperate to keep the conversation going. But when you pull back completely and stop chasing, it disrupts her sense of control in a way she can't ignore. Suddenly, the power shifts. You're in control, not her. She'll start asking herself, what happened? Did he lose interest? Is he seeing someone else? And that fear of losing you will drive her insane. The longer you stay out of the picture, the more she'll start to feel that absence and wonder what you're up to. Trust me, this will feel like the hardest part. Most guys can't handle the silence. They get nervous thinking, what if she moves on? What if she forgets about me? But here's the truth. The more you stay silent, the more she'll miss you. In today's world of constant texts, snaps, and DMs, people are addicted to staying connected. But when you go dark, when she can't see what you're doing, who you're with, or where you are, that mystery starts to gnaw at her. That void, that space where she has no idea what's going on with you, becomes unbearable. And soon, that curiosity will turn into action. She'll reach out. When you do this right, you become the one thing she can't get off her mind, and that's when she starts realizing what she really lost. Number 5, how to stay focused during the pullback. The biggest mistake most guys make during the no contact phase is sitting around and waiting for her to text. They're glued to their phones, checking for a message every 5 minutes and obsessing over whether or not she's going to reach out. But that's not what no contact is about. The real power of no contact lies in what you're doing with that time, focusing on yourself. This is your opportunity to level up, hit the gym, grow your business, master new skills, sharpen your mind. Every minute of silence should be spent improving yourself in ways that make you unrecognizable to her. You're not waiting around for her to come back. You're making her want to come back. By becoming the kind of man she can't resist, you're changing the game. The last thing you want is to be the same guy she pulled away from. You need to become a completely new version of yourself. Stronger, more confident, more successful, and more attractive. This isn't just about making her miss you. It's about turning into a better, more powerful version of yourself, so that when she does reach out, she sees a man who's on a whole new level. Think about some of the most successful men in the world. Many of them hit their peak after a major setback, whether it was a breakup, failure, or loss. They took that pain, that challenge, and used it as fuel to rise higher. And that's exactly what you need to do. Every second you're spending working on yourself, building your life, and getting stronger emotionally, You're making her realize that you're no longer the guy she took for granted. When she finally sees the transformation, when she sees that your life has grown bigger, better, and more fulfilling without her, she'll want to be a part of it. But by that point, you'll already have everything you need to move forward, whether she's in your life or not. Number 6, use heartbreak as fuel heartbreak. It hurts, no question about it. But here's the truth. It's also the most powerful fuel you'll ever have. Every time you feel that urge to reach out to her, every time that sting of rejection hits, use it as motivation to push yourself harder. Most men waste heartbreak by wallowing in self-pity, replaying every conversation, and obsessing over where they went wrong. But this is your moment to flip the script. Heartbreak doesn't have to be a weakness. It can be the very thing that turns you into the strongest, most unstoppable version of yourself. You can either let it destroy you, or you can use it to build yourself up. The choice is yours. You have two paths in front of you. You can sit around, scrolling through her social media, feeling sorry for yourself, and questioning every little thing you did. Or you can channel that pain into action. You can transform that heartbreak into fuel for personal growth. Every time you feel the urge to text her or check her stories, remind yourself of this pivotal moment. This is where most guys give up, where they let the pain consume them. But you're not most men. You're going to use this pain to become stronger, more successful, and more attractive than ever before. Instead of drowning in sadness, hit the gym harder. Push yourself to work longer hours and grow your skills. Every ounce of energy you spend thinking about her should be redirected into making yourself the best version of yourself. Trust me, the best revenge isn't getting her back. It's becoming the man she regrets losing. And here's the kicker. Women always come back. Maybe it takes weeks, months, or even years, but they always circle back. By the time she sees the incredible transformation you've made, she'll wish she'd never let you go. But by then, you won't need her validation anymore. When you channel heartbreak into growth, you don't just win her back, you win at life. Think of the most successful men in history. Many of them faced devastating losses, whether it was rejection, failure, or heartbreak that became the driving force behind their success. Athletes, business moguls, even public figures, they all used pain as fuel to get to the next level. This is your chance. Don't let this pain break you. Let it build you. While most guys are binge-watching Netflix or trying to fill the void by chasing other women, the winners are the ones who turn their heartbreak into productivity. Every hour you waste feeling sorry for yourself is an hour you could be using to improve your life. So instead of thinking about her, think about what you can do today to get closer to your goals. This is the moment that defines you. Make it count. Number 7, building emotional strength. This isn't just about getting her back. This is about building emotional strength, so strong that no woman, no person can ever control your emotions or your state of mind again. You need to become emotionally bulletproof, unshakable, grounded in who you are as a man, because the truth is, the stronger you are emotionally, the less you'll rely on external validation, and the more attractive you become, not just to women, but to everyone you encounter. Emotional strength is the foundation of everything that matters: relationships, success, and personal fulfillment. Without emotional strength, You're like a ship tossed around by every wave. You're constantly swayed by what others think, say, or do. When you lack this inner foundation, every little test, every pullback from her can feel like a personal attack. But when you're emotionally solid, when you've built yourself up, you rise above it. You become the kind of man who doesn't let anyone dictate his feelings, reactions, or mood. That's the key to lasting attraction. When you remain calm, centered, and confident, no matter what life throws at you, women are drawn to men who are in control of their emotions. The kind of man who doesn't get rattled by minor issues, who stays grounded and composed even when everything else seems chaotic. To do this, you need to practice emotional detachment. But don't confuse that with not caring. It's the opposite. Emotional detachment means you stop reacting to everything. You don't let her mood swings, her silence, or even her pullbacks determine how you feel. You stay steady, and when you do that, something incredible happens. You become the rock she can lean on. You become the man who is unshakable no matter what challenges arise. And that makes you utterly irresistible. Think about the most successful, calm, and grounded men in the world. They don't get knocked off course by every obstacle. They stay cool under pressure, and that's why they excel. It's the same in relationships. When she pulls back, tests you, or gets emotional, you stay composed. You don't freak out or chase her. You stay grounded because you know your value doesn't come from her approval. It comes from within. The next time she pulls back or starts to test you, don't react. Don't text her over and over. Don't try to fix everything. Instead, stay calm. Focus on yourself. Let her see that her behavior has no power over you. This is what separates the men who win in relationships from the ones who lose. Mastering emotional strength isn't just about winning her back. It's about owning your life. Once you've got this strength, no woman will ever have power over you again. You'll be the man who's unshakable, and that's a power no one can resist. Number 8, making her miss you. Here's the secret to making her miss you. Stop giving her attention. Stop validating her. When you pull back, when you stop being available on demand, she'll start to feel the void. The absence of your presence will hit her harder than any text or message ever could. In a world where everyone is constantly connected, your absence will send a message louder than words ever could. Think about it. Absence makes the heart grow fonder isn't just some cheesy saying, it's a timeless truth. When you're always there, always ready to respond, always validating her, she never gets the chance to truly miss you. But the second you go silent, the second you remove yourself from her life, she'll start to notice. And that's when she'll start missing you. Women today are surrounded by attention. They get likes, comments, and validation at every turn, especially on social media. But all that noise becomes just that, noise. When you go silent, when you stop reacting to her every post, you break through all that noise. She begins to wonder, why isn't he texting me? Why hasn't he liked my photo? That silence, that gap where your attention used to be, creates mystery. Mystery creates attraction. Picture this. You're the guy who always likes her Instagram posts, comments on her stories, and texts her about her day. You think you're showing interest, but to her, you're just another guy trying to get her attention. Now, flip the script. Don't like her latest selfie. Don't comment on her new post. Don't even watch her story. She notices, and that's the magic. Your lack of attention makes your attention more valuable. She starts wondering, why isn't he responding? What's going on? That uncertainty drives her crazy. It eats away at her. And the more she doesn't hear from you, the more she starts to miss you. Maybe she posts a picture of herself having fun with friends, and you're used to commenting, "Looks like a great time." But this time, you say nothing. You stay silent. She starts thinking, wait, did I lose him? Is he seeing someone else? And that thought, that worry, is powerful. It makes her want to reach out, to reestablish control over the situation. If she posts thirst traps or indirect messages to get your attention, don't fall for it. Stay cool. Don't engage. Don't react. Let her feel that you're out of reach. Your absence is more powerful than any response you could give. She'll be thinking about you constantly, and that's the exact kind of attention you want. In the age of instant communication, your silence becomes golden. When you stop showing up in her notifications, you become the one she can't reach, the one who isn't part of the noise. Suddenly, you're the silent presence she can't ignore, and that silence, it's the most powerful tool in your arsenal to make her miss you. Number 9, what to do when she reaches out. When she finally reaches out, don't lose your cool. This is your chance to flip the script and show her you're no longer the guy who was always waiting by the phone, hanging on her every word. Now is the time to prove you've changed, that you're not the same guy she pulled away from. Keep it calm, keep it short, and most importantly, keep it confident. The last thing you want to do is come across as desperate or overly eager. If she reaches out, she's testing the waters. Maybe she misses you, maybe she's curious, or maybe she's simply looking for reassurance. Whatever the reason, do not fall into the trap of responding right away with an emotional outpour. That's the worst thing you can do, because it will instantly show her that she still has power over you. Here's how you handle it. If she sends a simple text like, "Hey, how have you been?" don't jump to reply instantly. Take your time. Let a few hours pass, maybe even a day. When you do respond, keep it casual and indifferent. "Hey, I've been good. Busy with some things. How about you?" Notice how you've kept it neutral. No emotional investment. No oversharing. You've let her know that your life is moving forward and she's just a small part of it. This delay in response and the indifference you show sends a strong message. Your life doesn't revolve around her anymore. She starts to wonder, is he seeing someone else? Has he moved on? Why isn't he as eager as before? The uncertainty you create here is exactly what you want. It keeps her thinking about you, and more importantly, it shifts the balance of power in your favor. But here's the key. Don't fall back into old patterns just because she reached out. It's tempting to dive right back into things and rekindle the connection quickly, especially if she's showing some interest. But remember, this is about resetting the power dynamic. You need to let her work for your time and attention. Don't rush to meet up or show how much you've missed her. Instead, stay grounded in your own life and goals. Let's say she says something like, "We should hang out soon," or "I miss you, let's catch up." Instead of jumping at the chance, respond with something like, "Yeah, maybe. I've got a busy week ahead, but we'll see." This puts the control firmly back in your hands. You've shown her that you're not rearranging your schedule for her. You've sent the message that she's no longer the center of your universe, and that's a powerful signal. Women are drawn to men with purpose and direction. When she sees you're not dropping everything to see her, it speaks volumes. You have your own life, your own goals, and she's no longer your top priority. This is what creates the reversal of power that makes her want you even more. Now she has to earn your time and attention again, and that's incredibly attractive. You're showing her emotional strength, independence, and confidence, qualities that are irresistibly magnetic to women. Don't let her know how much you've missed her or how hard it's been without her. Even if you've been thinking about her, keep those emotions in check. Stay focused on yourself, your self-improvement, and the journey you're on. When she comes back, she should see a version of you that's better, stronger, and more grounded than before. A version of you that doesn't need her validation to feel complete. Once she's back, the power dynamics must shift. You cannot revert to the old dynamic where she held the upper hand. This time, it's different. You're in control. You need to make it crystal clear that you're not the guy who's going to chase after her, and if she wants to stay in your life, it's on your terms, not hers. When she reaches out, don't welcome her back with open arms as though nothing happened. This is your moment to reset everything. She has to see that you've changed, that you're no longer the guy who was constantly at her beck and call. If she's expecting the old you, the one who dropped everything for her, then she's about to be hit with a shock. You're a new man, and she needs to prove she deserves a place in your world. The deal. She needs to earn her spot. When she comes back into the picture, you can't give her the same access you did before. She was your priority once, but not anymore. She has to prove herself. She needs to show you that she respects your boundaries and values your time. Here's the key. Set boundaries and communicate them clearly. But do it with confidence, not aggression. Don't make this feel like a confrontation. Make it feel like a simple reality check. Things have changed. If she wants to be part of your life, she has to rise to your level, not the other way around. Past behavior won't be tolerated, and she needs to feel that. You're no longer the man she left behind. You've evolved, and now she has to earn your attention. How to handle her reach-outs. When she reaches out, don't dive into long emotional conversations or jump straight to setting up plans. Keep things light and controlled. If she asks to meet, don't say yes right away. Let her know you're busy and that you'll get back to her when you have time. This simple act of valuing your own time sends a powerful message. You're not at her disposal anymore. But the real power lies in consistency. Boundaries only work if you stick to them. If she tests you again by pulling back, playing games, or trying to get you to chase, stand firm. She needs to know that if she crosses the line, you'll walk away without hesitation, no second chances. This is about mutual respect. If she can't give that to you, then she doesn't deserve your time. Keeping the power dynamic balanced. By establishing and maintaining clear boundaries, you're not only commanding respect, but you're also ensuring that the power dynamics stay balanced. If she wants to be part of your life again, she'll have to earn it. She can't expect you to bend over backward for her. You're in control now. And you will only keep that control by sticking to the boundaries you set. This isn't just about winning her back. This is about becoming a man who doesn't chase, a man who commands respect, and who doesn't need to beg for attention. You are the prize now. You've elevated your life, and that's the man she's coming back for. But the power doesn't lie in making her come back. It lies in becoming the kind of man who can walk away when she doesn't rise to your level. More than just fixing a relationship. What you're doing here isn't just about fixing a broken relationship, it's about fixing yourself. When you focus on personal growth, self-improvement, and setting boundaries, you're setting the stage for a high-value life. The best part? When you do this, you won't just have one woman wanting your attention. You'll have options. And that's what makes you truly unstoppable. You're no longer the guy begging for her validation. You're the guy who commands respect effortlessly. And guess what? She'll notice. Everyone will notice. You've become the man who is in control of his own destiny, and whether or not you take her back doesn't matter. You've built a life that's better, stronger, and more independent than before. Now, it's time to act. This isn't just another video you watch and forget about. This is your wake-up call. If you're serious about taking control of your life, it starts right now. Don't sit back and let the same old patterns repeat. Become the high-value man you were always meant to be. If you're ready to turn your pain into power, to stop chasing, and to start living life on your own terms, hit that subscribe button now. This channel is where you'll find the mindset, tools, and strategies you need to elevate every aspect of your life. Like this video, if even one piece of advice resonated with you, and share it with someone who's stuck in the same cycle. Don't wait for change to come to you. Create it. The first step to becoming the man who commands respect and attention starts right here, right now.